are going into an audit or you recently received notification of an audit, you don't want to walk into it blindly. You don't want to go in there and misspeak or volunteer information that could ultimately cause the audit to expand or be used against you. First of all, when you get a notice that the IRS is auditing your return, the very first thing you should do is take note of the response date. There's going to be a date on the form by which you need to make contact with the IRS auditor. Note the tax year that's being audited. You want to make sure that you pull your copy of that tax return and review it. The IRS notice will typically specify what areas of the return the IRS is most interested in focusing on. This can be a specific schedule, a specific item or credit. So you want to make sure that you pay attention to the actual area that the IRS is focused on. The second, and I think personally the most critical, is fairly assess whether or not there were any errors in the return. So you want to look at the return and honestly evaluate, did you have the knowledge base to correctly take the positions that you took on the returns? How comfortable are you with the skills of the preparer that prepared the return? So you want to have an honest sort of self-reflection about the quality of the return as it was filed. Do you actually have the records on hand that the IRS may request you to produce in the audit? Is your record keeping up to date? Can you access the receipts in a short time frame? Better yet, did you rely on actual documentation to prepare that return, or was it all sort of guesstimates? If during these reflections you identify that A, the return was maybe not prepared most accurately, your record keeping is less than ideal, the person that prepared your return is the one that everybody refers because they get the big refunds, or it's a family friend, or it's some other, sort of not licensed and experienced tax professional, then you are sort of going into an audit at a deficit because you know that all these are weak points in the return as it was prepared, that they're assessing your responses to either qualify you for an examination change or a change in your return based on your failure to answer the questions within the allowable parameters, or what information they need to get from you in order to expand their audit scope. They can collect additional tax. If they can disallow items on the return because you either fail to properly substantiate, you misspeak about information, then that's absolutely what they're going to do. And if you find that there are weaknesses in your ability to present yourself, you're not as comfortable with the quality of the return preparation as maybe you should be, then I strongly suggest that you contact a tax professional like myself. I personally specialize in tax representation. I represent individuals, small businesses, fiduciaries. A licensed tax professional will be your best route. We know the techniques, the angles, the strategies based on the sections of the return that the IRS is focused on. I go toe-to-toe with the IRS on a regular basis to advocate for my clients. You can also call me 310-242-6420 and you speak directly with me. I don't have sales staff. I don't have lower level employees that actually handle the cases. I handle and represent my clients personally. So you'll get personal service, competent and knowledgeable professional representation, and believe me, it's worth it.